All right, music fans, it is I, Dave, the Real Music Observer, coming back at you with real music in real time for real people, just like you right there, and just like me. Value judgments. You can't make them anymore. Comparisons. This is like my 10th video where I talk about comparisons. People compare things in life all the time, but you can't compare Journey lead vocalists. You know, I could just blow you all away and say I think Jeff Scott Soto is the best singer the band has ever had, and you'd go, "What? How? He's not better than Steve Perry." Vocally speaking, he's very different from Steve Perry, but his voice is probably stronger than any singer they've ever had. Go listen to, go listen to some solo Jeff, or some Wet, or whatever band. I mean, Jeff is in a million things. It may not be your cup of tea, but what I'm saying is I'm making a value judgment here. I think Jeff is better. Now, how can I say this? Well, you see this, you turn your ears on and you listen. And, I guess what? I don't need a degree in music theory to figure this out. I don't need to just put someone on a pedestal and then completely be blind to reality after that. I don't do that. Steve Perry is a great singer, but he's not what he was. And he's not going to be what he was because he's nowhere. He's MIA. Nobody can find him. He walks around near his house, he comes outside, and he goes back in. All right? And everybody's like, "Oh, what happened with Steve? He left his house, and now he went back in. That's breaking news." And then I have to do a video, because people send me links. "Did you know that Steve Perry left his house today?" And I'm like, and what is breaking news about this? "Oh, you should do a video. You should talk about how Steve left his house, and I believe Steve left his house because his new album is coming out today." No, that's I'm not going to do that anymore. I did that for a while because I'm trying to placate the people who just want non-stop Steve Perry news. I already said, and I don't know why someone hasn't done it yet, someone needs to start the All Steve Perry video channel. I'd be happy to compete against it. It would be fun. I'd have someone to make fun of all day because all they'd be talking about is Steve. Last weekend for me, as a Journey fan first, and I hate to say this, I love Steve Perry, but a lot of Steve Perry fans aren't really Journey fans. They're Steve Perry fans. Steve Perry happened to be in this band called Journey, and now there's all these little tentacles that wrap all around everything else because Perry was in. And so now, if somebody comes along and they sing this just incredible, breathtaking medley of songs. Did you hear the medley? Did you go watch it and listen to it? Did you see it? It's on YouTube. Trial by Fire. I call it the Trial by Fire medley because that was probably the most unlikely song in the middle, okay? Patiently, Trial by Fire, Stay a While, okay? Amazing, amazing. Then Dean goes over and gives Neil Sean a bear hug and a kiss, okay? That's called team chemistry. That's called we like one another. I want to go and see people who actually enjoy playing together. That's why I think this is the future of the band. And, oh, but you're comparing again. What about Arnell? This is the big thing. What about Arnell? Look, Arnell has got to make a decision. Is he with Neil, or is he with a solo career, or is he with the other team where he went off with last summer and it looked like he was? I think he probably regrets that now. I don't think he knew the political ramifications and all that crap. Nobody knew. It's just, but you don't do that. Maybe you call somebody and ask him, "Hey, do you think this is a good idea?" No? Okay, then I won't do it. Does he regret it? No. But I'm just saying it all depends on what he's going to do this summer. Do I think Arnell and Dean are the same vocally? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm comparing. Hello? Is Steve Perry better than both of them? Yes, in his prime. Okay? Use your brain. See, I'm making comparisons. I just said Steve was better. But can I say that? Because I said Steve was better. Now, if I say Dean is better, then I get a boatload of crap. Is Dean better than Arnell? Oh, please don't say that. Please don't talk about Arnell. Okay, when Arnell came aboard this band, was it 2007, whatever, 2008, it was like the band got a shot in the arm, B12 on steroids, Arnell running around the stage in Chile. He's just looking like a monster out there, singing like a beast, and of course he had to sing what's called now the Dirty Dozen, night after night, week after week, year after year, and it took its toll. It would take its toll on anyone. But now we have to kind of say to ourselves, okay, Dean Castronovo, who might have better vocal cords, I don't know. Am I supposed to say that? And it's like every tweet I'm getting now. Well, comparing these two, comparing these brothers like this, you don't pit your children against one another. Oh, really? In families, you don't compare kids? Wow, your family must be really just like... This must be the most politically correct family in the history of families. This must be where the mom and the dad never talk to one another, or anybody for that matter. No, you never compare your kids. You never talk, oh, this kid does this and this kid does that better. Some kids are more artistic. Some kids are better at math. Some kids are well behaved. Some kids are better at sports, but you can't say better at anymore. Why are we living in a world where better at is a problem? Well, music is subjective, and you're making a value. Yes, I'm making judgments. I'm making value judgments. Dean Castronovo hits it out of the park, and I'm supposed to go, oh, well, he was okay, but he's no Steve. Not at the moment. You're right. He's no Steve. You're right. He's not Steve Perry. Actually, he's better than Steve is right now. He's better than Steve. And by the way, all of you haters and all of you group sharers sharing my videos, throwing them in these chat rooms so you can all like little piranhas surround the video. Oh, look what he just said about Steve Perry again. I've said this a gabillion times. Perry was the best. Was. You'll say, well, I'll take Steve Perry at 30%. You know what? You're not taking Steve at 0%, because Steve is still MIA. And when I hear Steve at 30 or 50 or whatever percent he comes in on, I will make a judgment and say, he's good, but he's not as good as Dean. He's good, he's not as good as Arnell. How's that? Or this is the way I rank it. Dean, Arnell, Steve. Or Dean, Steve, Arnell, and then Jeff Scott Soto way up there. Don't forget Steve Augeri, Robert Fleischman. Let's bring them all in. Greg Raleigh is a singer too. Remember Greg? He's in there too. That's what was so cool about last weekend. People, comparisons. I've done videos before about this. I'll continue to do them because it's an epidemic in our world that you can't have comparisons anymore. You can't make value judgments, or you're looked at as mean and intolerant and I don't know. I'm not that way at all. I'm easy to get along with. But if you keep telling me not to comment, that kind of shuts down my channel, doesn't it? Because that's what I do. I observe. I make observations. This is better. That's better. This stinks. This is worse. It's what we do here. It's what I do, okay? And then the people that follow me, some of them tend to like that because they want honest, brutal truth. They don't want candy coating. They don't want kumbaya. Of course, they want to get along, but this is not a life or death thing that I'm judging. But you would have thought that it is, but it isn't. I'm just a guy talking about music. So that's it. Here's my judgment, okay? Dean Castronovo, right now, as we speak, is the best lead singer of all of the singers that are out there right now. He's the best. Jeff Scott Soto technically is better vocally, but he doesn't sound like that, heritage sound, the tenor sound, the sound that Steve Perry had when he was in the band, okay? All right, so that's it. Done, over, out, bye. Talk to you later, everybody.